Hello and welcome. This is the last video of Python basic tutorial. But this is not the ending because as you know Python is an object-oriented programming language. Then you must need to learn object-oriented programming language. You can also follow W3 schools, or if you want a description then you can follow me because I will also create another tutorial on object-oriented programming language with Python. If you want to work more advanced with Python, then object-oriented is an essential thing for that, because without object-oriented programming language you will not be able to implement, or you will not be able to do many kind of operations that are actually uh, uses object-oriented methods. That's why object-oriented programming language is very much important, and for Python this is much important. So you will be needed to learn object-oriented programming language. And now I will discuss function. What is function? A function is a block of code which only runs when it is called. Okay, you can pass data known as parameters into function. A function can run data as a result. Okay, let me show you how can we declare a function. This is the actual process of declaring a function. Okay, first of all let me clear this. Okay. In function you should use def. By using def you can declare a function. Okay, and this is the function name, and this is the method of declaring function, and this is the function name. You can use another name instead of mine. It's not a big deal. See, we are not getting any output. Why? Because we didn't call the function. As you know, I have told you before that a function is a block of code which only runs. Look, only runs when it is called. Okay, then it is not running because we didn't call this. Okay, then if we will call this here, then sorry, let me copy and paste it here, then more easy. See, hey, look, it is running because we have called it, and this is the process. Okay, so what is function? Function is a block of code which only runs when it is called. Without calling the function will not work. If you will type lots of code but you didn't call it in the function, then it will not work. It is valueless. You must have to call the function. That is why it is function, and it is the process. Okay, and you can see this is the process. I have called the function, and see the value is printing that is welcome. This is another function. I have declared a function, that is my function, with a value that is first name or f name. That means with the function this should be added. Which should be added? This should be added. If you will print this, look, email is needed, Tobians is needed, Luins is needed. Actually, this is the value. With function, you can also declare a value. Then I have declared that with fname plus is needed. That means when my function will be called with the value, actually these all are the values of fname. Okay, emails is the value of fname, Tobians is the value of fname, Louis is the value of fname. Email, it is actually fname. Okay, so when the function is called, is being called, and with the uh, function, the message is also calling. Okay, this is the process. And same here, I have provided two values, that is fname and lname. Okay, and then I have printed the values, all the values. This is mandatory. Okay, and then I have called the function with providing the value of fname and lname. Look, we are getting the value with the function, and this is the process. There are more complex and process, but the process is same. If you will do practice, then you will be able to understand the more complex process. The process is same. You have to call the, you have to declare a function at first, and then you have to call them. This is the process.